everyone, I'm Alexis the EgoQueen, and welcome to Adeptus Podcastus. Today, I'm joined by... That's where you guys say your names.
This is Michael for Tactica Imperialis.
This is Richmondville 40K Theories.
You first,
okay. This is the Fresh Sorcerer, your favorite source of all chaos-related memes and sorcery, and also dicks, I guess.
And I'm Karl.
I love you, Karl. You're just such a grandiose fucking introduction.
Yeah.
Karl, that kills people.
12-hour-long
Oh, let's not start talking about that. I had to watch that. Never again.
Anyway.
I mean, I already have a really long fucking introduction paper ready, but I'm not going to fucking say it because it's just innocuous and bullshit. So, hi.
Hello. We are here to discuss the terms of our alliance.
Can you fuck off with your fucking memes?
Right.
Oh, excuse me, motherfucker.
I know.
You're gonna talk to me about memes.
I'm sorry, you fucking. So.
If you don't like swearing, I sincerely hope you've clicked off by now. Good God.
Oh, is this a swear-free podcast?
Oh, hell no.
Oh God, no. But if you're someone who really doesn't like it, then I hope you've left.
Yeah, you interrupted me there for a second. I was going to say, is this a swear-safe podcast? Because otherwise, fuck you.
If you don't like, quick message from this former word bearer's sorcerer. If you don't like swearing, grow a fucking spine. Deal with comments you don't like. Get laid. I'm the fresh sorcerer. I can get laid. You can do it.
Hey, Fresh, can I see your cock?
Yeah, probably.
Sweet. I heard it's thick and heavy.
Yeah, it's like
So, yes, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having
getting
a
fucked in the
fantastic
ass by
time.
the start of giant hyena clip. So yeah.
One thing you...
Right, so we get started.
So this is what Dr. White was warning us about.
Yes.
Dr. White's a cunt.
Oh my god!
Alright, go on.
Continue. We'll be good. We'll be good guests.
Thank you. So, let's do the news. Shall we?
Yes.
And in the main news of the week, which I'm sure has got a lot of people excited,
Is how to kill Magnus.
Oh,
Yes, the rules for Magnus the Red.
and with it, the second part of Warzone Fenris, known as the Wrath of Magnus.
I'm so glad they take that story and basically just went, oh, the Dark Angels showed up to help.
Weren't they bombing Fenris earlier, though?
Shush, we don't fucking talk about that nonsense.
Alright, explain this to me, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I know what Magnus is. He's a big red piece of shit that likes sorcery.
Yeah, that's pretty much completely
I'm
accurate.
gonna let the people who play tabletop interject, and then I'm gonna give my own opinions, Karl. And I think that you will know which one is superior.
Alright then. Oh, we're establishing dominance here?
So, yes, there have been a bunch of Thousand Suns announcements for various models, including new Rubik Marines, new Sorcerers, new things called Zangors. I'll let Renlays explain those, and a new model for Ahriman on a disc. Why is Ahriman on a disc?
Because they see him floating, they hate him. Anyway.
Because
I
discs
don't
of
like the new
siege.
Ahriman model.
So if we're getting a bunch of new models, when do we get the nudes models? I would like to get my nude emperor, please.
I don't think the Zangors have any armor, if that counts.
I wonder if I can make my own like nude emperor model. With,
speaking
like,
of
huge,
nudes, did you just see that?
meltagun.
Speaking of nudes, did you see that freaking the classic naked demonettes have been re-released by Games Workshop?
Oh,
Yes, for the Make to Order,
on Make to Order.
Yeah,
Did
I
they
was
give
like,
them electric guitars?
holy shit!
Those
I
are
need
noise
this.
marines, Karl.
Yeah, I know. But I want my demonettes to also have electric guitars.
Fair enough.
The entire army should have electric guitars.
And keyboards.
No, keytars. They need
Yeah,
those.
no keyboards.
But that counts as like a heavy bolter or something.
Just give them a Yamaha in front of them.
I'm sure someone will convert that.
Can you imagine? Like, you're being fucking mauled to death to the sound of the Pachi mode.
Look, all I want is fucking like them to play Eurobeat out of their goddamn fucking instruments.
It
No,
could
we
be
need
worse, could be
No. We need Remnants' dubstep. We want to use Remnants'
Oh
dubstep.
god.
Yes!
No, we have to do my dubstep.
Shut up.
That was brilliant.
Fucking
Well, we're
choosing.
done that joke.
Fucking. The meme is dead.
We
No, it
killed
isn't. I
3
said
years
it as
ago.
my phone ringer.
It never even lived. Don't kill it before it lived.
Me and Fresh killed it 3 years ago.
We did. We made. There's so many fucking Noise Marine dubstep videos that it's fucking like. The meme is no longer just dead, it's undead, and people keep trying to bring it back to life.
Oh, I apologize.
Gotta get the fucking meme shotgun.
It's kind of like the angry Marines. They just won't die.
I fucking hate that meme. It used to be
God, yeah.
funny, but then it's like
I can't
now
stand
it's
the
just
Marines,
it's just there.
I mean,
Yeah.
No,
they're not even.
Kinda, yeah.
If they were a little bit like creative, like it would be okay. But no. But anyway, back to Magnus.
Back to Magnus.
Okay.
Or more specifically,
This
his
is why you
minions.
don't bring us on. We get sidetracked too easily.
Oh God,
Oh,
so
don't
do
worry,
we.
we get sidetracked all the time, but we're going to try and do the focus bit for the news, and then we'll go off on random tangents later.
Uh-huh.
It's better
Well,
than me and
try.
Carl's podcast, which is one long tangent.
So Magnus's stat line is insane, and he has
As it should be.
15,
It's insane-ish.
and it has 15 fucking psychic powers to use.
As
Yeah,
it
that's the
should
insane
be.
bit. Yeah, that's the insane bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
So
like,
yeah, so
but hear
Magnus-
me out. He can't take the D. He gets removed.
So yeah, Magnus's stats are as follows: weapon skill 7, ballistic skill 7, strength 8, toughness 7, 7 wounds, initiative 7, 6 attacks, leadership 10, 4+ armor save, flying monstrous creature. He also has an invuln of some kind from being a demon of Tzeentch. I don't have that in front of me, but one thing I will say: he is less physically tough than a Wraith Lord and a Wraith Knight. He's got a good stack of wounds, but D weapons, because he's a Lord of War, means that he'll get removed very quickly, and only a 4+ save. Like, what made a Wraith Knight so tough is not just toughness 8, it was a 2+ save, and being gargantuan, he is neither gargantuan nor packing a good armor save. I don't know what his invuln is, but it
It's
won't
either
be a
4
2+.
up or a 5
so-
up.
Yeah,
Oh,
rerolling 1.
catch up.
He's Tzeentch.
Yeah.
So-
All I'm gonna say this now. Kanto Sakaris can one-shot him.
He doesn't have a... How does it... Oh, yeah, the killing strike, yeah.
Yep.
Carter Zacharias. Oof.
The coup de grace, yeah.
oh look,
The one thing is that he is flying, though, so he's very unlikely to be on the deck for the coup de grace to work.
I'm so sorry
But-
for him against Space Marines. Space Marines are gonna drop him so quickly.
Yeah, he looks good, but unless he gets access to the right disciplines and all the disciplines get buffed, like the Tzeentch discipline gets buffed, I don't know. We haven't got his points either, so we don't really know how much he's going to cost us yet.
He's got to cost an
but-
easy 250.
Oh yeah, he's going to be up about. Well, no, if Gazkul's 225, he's going to be up near 300. He's got to be. But yeah, until we get his points, we can't say how powerful he's going to be. On paper, he'll wreck everything in the psychic phase, but if the opponent gets a chance,
Except
he's
Tyranids.
yeah. But yeah, he's not that. He's kind of flimsy for a Primarch. He's very flimsy,
not just a Primarch, a demon Primarch.
and that.
Keep in mind that his power in the Materium is based on who summoned him.
Summoned by Gretchen.
Oh my god, the fact that a weird boy could accidentally summon a Primarch is a thing.
What the fuck am I doing here?
This is amazing.
Could you just imagine like Mortarion appearing in front of like orcs? The hell?
Well, he's green.
True.
The
He's
orcs
not
would probably
green,
just be
he's-
like, "Yay!"
Well, he's fucking pus-ridden piece of shit, but you
He's
know.
a pus-ridden piece of shit that hates psychers.
And apparently sounds like Filthy Frank.
Mortarion, the Death Lord. I don't like psychers because my dad is a jerk.
Oh, well, that's pretty much everyone.
Pretty much.
Magnus isn't.
Yeah.
He likes psychers.
He is one.
All the Primarchs are fucking like psychers in the lore to some degree.
Actually, yeah,
the only one
that's
who
true.
likes psychers is fucking Magnus the Red, but he's a fucking nerd.
Jack
Fucking
Khan.
like, okay, but like, from all of this, I don't play tabletop. I'll admit that. I don't have the money for that. I like to eat.
I
Same
don't.
here.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Remlace's world.
I have
I
7
like
armies.
to eat as well.
I think that he should be this psychic fucking monstrosity because he's Magnus. He's fucking Magnus. He's like the second most powerful psyker besides like the Emperor and the Chaos Gods, but they're
And
fucking,
potentially Malkador.
It's
Malkador the
debated.
hero. Ooh, yeah.
It's debated on those two.
Malkador's third most powerful in
I would
terms
agree.
of like sheer power.
I know, he has a pretty cool looking staff.
Dude got bitch slapped by a Primarch and got up and just went, "Is that all you
He
got?"
got bitch slapped by Lord, went flying 20 meters, broke his ribs, and I was like, okay, that was unpleasant.
Pretty much.
Sheesh.
The
Yeah,
fact
I
he's
expect-
dead is a testament to how durable he was for a dude.
Yeah. And not only that, but a very, very old dude.
Now,
That was possibly him putting that. Apparently, that could have been him manipulating people to think he was older than he actually was. It's rumored that he like aged himself with his psychic power to make him look weaker than he was.
Kind of like a reverse Sonate.
he is now.
None
Let's
of you
be
get my
clear.
Naruto reference.
I think that's kind of weird that if these rules are what you say they are and they aren't being changed, I assume that this is like the official release and not like in development or something.
These were posted, I think, on the Warhammer community website.
Okay, so if he's not like immune to what the fuck Kato Zacarius,
Fuck you, Fresh.
what he can do.
I was waiting for it.
I knew what was
I
coming.
had to, but anyway, fucking like if he can be one-shotted by fucking like Captain Mary Suzerain over there, it's
Yeah,
I
just
don't
find
see
it
him
weird.
being anything other than a gimmick unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
He
only
might just
problem
be
with
an
it-
amazing support unit. 15
Yeah, I
psychic
think-
powers a turn is insane.
No,
Imagine-
Is it worded that? Is it?
That is
hang on,
twice
is that
as much-
worded that? Sorry,
I'm
go on.
sorry. I was gonna
Is it
say that's like
worded-
fuck.
Have we ever talked about if I ever started with tabletop, how I want to make my army?
Let's continue. We need to finish this tangent first. I'll let Michael go first.
But yeah, basically, I think, is it worded that Magnus knows 15 powers or can cast 15 powers? Because there's not enough power dice for him to cast 15 powers.
I'm
And
not
what's his mastery
sure.
level? Is
But
mastery
I'm
level gonna
assuming
be a
if
limit?
anything, he's going to be a mastery level 4 or even 5
Yeah.
because that's currently
Which is-
higher than everything else in the game.
Yeah, okay, so that mathematically means that assuming Magnus in a vacuum, there is 17 dice at most he can play with. There is almost no mathematical chance that he will be able to cast all of those powers. So having
Well-
him know 15 is one thing, but being able to cast 15 seems a stretch.
The new official FAQ states you can't cast more than your psychic
level.
level.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't Ahriman throw out like what 8 powers because of
4.
some like items he has or something?
Basically, he knows 4, but he's allowed to cast 1 power 3 times. But I still think he's only allowed to cast 4, unless the FAQs are different, or I've read that wrong.
Actually, I just realized how strong both of those people are in one army. The amount of
Ahriman and Magnus.
summoning is
Oh
ridiculous.
yeah, Ahriman and Magnus together would be like.
Also, can I just point out the absolute bullshit that Ahriman is working with Magnus again?
Now here's the thing. This is clearly like at some point where the plot is happening, for once, because
Yeah, but
I don't know if
Magnus,
it's like. I don't know what date this is. If it's like
this
M
is
or
comment
if
day.
it's like-
This is just happening.
okay, so it's like I don't know M41999 as it has been for the past fucking 10
Decade.
years.
No, there has
Yeah.
been a story that's gone beyond that, and that was Gosgulls.
Is that actually past M41? But yeah, I just don't understand why Magnus actually consented. Like Ahriman wanting to go back,
Now
maybe, but Magnus taking him back, bullshit.
here's the thing: is like there has been some lore changes within the Horus Heresy series, and also some supplementary material that shows that the rubric of Ahriman was not only supposed to stop the flesh change within the Thousand Suns, it was also supposed to heal Magnus's psyche because it got shattered into a bunch of shards when he was transferred from Prospero to the Warp.
Yeah, it's confirmed that he had split personality disorder
So-
in the Ahriman book series.
So I could see Magnus like eventually just being like, okay, this is more important. Like he even says in the trailer, like the crimes of the past are not important compared to what is about to happen.
The staff of Tzeentch might be there.
Yeah, so I can see Magnus being like, okay, Ahriman, you are my first captain. You are the head sorcerer of the Corvidae. You're a badass. You can come back and help us destroy Fenris.
Never mind that you killed my teacher in order to get and stole his armor.
Magnus is a fucking demon at this point, and he's probably like he's probably being like more focusing on the big goal rather than stuff that happened like 10,000 years ago. I can see Magnus being like, okay, we're gonna let you back now. And also it showed that not all of the Thousand Sorcerers, the sorcerers are cool with Ahriman being back.
I wish I could say more about this, but I have nothing to say because I'm a fucking layman when it comes to the Warhammer lore right now.
It's okay. You said more than Remley's has.
There's a
I was expecting Remley's to be chiming in like crazy.
Oh, I'll be getting to some more stuff in a bit.
But yes, I'm just hoping that like this doesn't turn out to be like a cop out, because the past like fucking like few big events have been cop outs on Games Workshop's part.
Oh, like when they killed off Eldar Ulthran and then they said, "Oh no, he's not dead anymore."
Not only that, but Abaddon got like caught in like what, a Blackstone Fortress explosion or something.
Yep, and he's alive.
Yeah.
So
if Fenris does not burn, then they failed.
Now I think that Magnus winning would be an interesting thing to happen, because if you've read the Horus Heresy series, you might be like me and actually sympathize with Magnus a bit. Not condone what he did, but see the reasons why he did it and realize he didn't even want to join Chaos in the first place.
Magnus is my favorite. Yeah, TTS
he joined because he had no choice. Essentially, out of desperation.
And
wait, I think Remley's is going to speak.
Yeah, I'll let this fucker
talk.
No, you carry on. So I'll say my piece after you've done.
Right, and you fucking Australian cunt.
But yeah, I don't play the tabletop. I think it's interesting from a lore perspective of Magnus coming back after that assault on the Fang that he did, where he corrupted the Space Wolf gene seed even more.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious.
Do you think Ahriman summoned him?
They seem to have come from the planet of the sorcerers together, so I would say no.
I think that, like, they might have done, like Michael said, they were on the planet of sorcerers convening and, like, talking and discussing things and how the Dark Angels are fucking burning the Fenris system for some reason, probably because of the Fallen or something. I don't know.
Changeling.
Changeling tricked them. You know, the Masters of Hunting Chaos were tricked by a Changeling.
Well, I mean, Changeling is good at tricking people. That's his shtick.
They have the Watchers in the Dark. Raw warp entities that can detect chaos.
Okay, but you also have to remember the Dark Angels are kind of dumb.
That is completely true. Like, oh, hey, look, an Inquisitor's coming. Let's fucking fire torpedoes at them.
Speaking of the Dark Angels, has anyone else seen the supposed leaks for the next big campaign, Hunt for the Fallen, which is supposed to have rules in it, not only for new formations for the Fallen, but also rules for Luther and Lionel Johnson?
I'm all happy
There's
now.
no way Luther's coming back. No.
Apparently Luther escaped the Rock with the help of the Fallen, and the Dark Angels have to hunt him down, and Lion wakes up.
Bullshit.
No. I want all of that.
Luther. The thing is, why would Luther go to Chaos? He says he's literally sat in the bottom of the rock, jabbering on about Lion will forgive me. I'm just going to wait here, and I'm going to keep gibbering on. Lion will forgive me.
Because he needs to get Cypher back to explain what happened.
Well, Cypher would just get him out.
Now, if we're going with Horus Heresy stuff, Luther did fall to Chaos. Like, he did.
True.
That's why the Fallen are a thing, because, like, he led them astray from, like, Lionel Johnson into Chaos. Although I don't think he knew it was Chaos, I guess.
Well,
the Dark Angels lore is kind of convoluted.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
That's why I love it so much.
If Luther falls to Chaos, I don't know, it wouldn't exactly be unprecedented and maybe there will be more stuff in the Horus Heresy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be
If
interested to
there's-
see. Go on.
Oh, if there are rules for Lionel Johnson that are confirmed, that'll be interesting to see if he comes to like Fenris to help the Space Wolves for whatever reason. To
At
have
which
like a
point, I'm
fight.
waiting for Russ to show up because, quite frankly, if his arch enemy and his sort of sparring partner turn up in his system, at that point, if he's not fucking dead, he's fucking back.
I sincerely doubt they're going to release a Lehman Russ model for 40k so soon after just releasing the Forge World one. I mean, the Lionel Johnson makes more
Well,
sense.
Magnus is the next
because-
30k Primarch, so it can't
Yes,
be.
but this is a demon model for 40k. It's a completely different, character
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, Lionel Johnson hasn't even got a Forge World model yet, so it makes more sense for him to get the plastic one out of all the remaining Primarchs.
Touche.
But yeah, they're bringing Beastmen back as well, the Zangors. First time in like God knows how long since Beastmen have been part of the Chaos Army.
I mean, Zangors were always a thing. It's just that now they're getting new models.
Yeah.
Now,
Indeed.
here's an interesting thing that I was discussing with one of my friends. They're bringing all this stuff back from Rogue Trader. Like the Rogue Trader era when you had Chaos Androids and Tyranids had Zotes. And they've already brought back the Zote, and no one realizes what the hell it is. It's just their giant monster's brain creature that sucks ass and no one uses it.
Rogue Trader is the best.
But
It is, Carl, yes.
in Rogue Trader, there were female Space Marines. I'm
There
just
were.
pointing that out. They
There
might
were.
come back.
They were, but that was because Space Marines weren't like bio-augmented super soldiers. They were space cops.
Yeah, they were just
Essentially.
fucking cops.
Yeah,
They
the
were
law
just
has
like-
very much changed in that time, so.
They were
Now,
just Judge Dreads.
now it is great that female Space Marines were a thing because of how divisive of an issue that is. And I wish that I saved that picture, that someone took a screenshot from a Rogue Trader book detailing female Space Marines.
I've
Just
got that.
like,
I can send it to you later if you want fresh. So I've
oh,
got it.
that would be beautiful. That would be excellent material to
The
fuck with
Sisters
people.
of Purification.
Now,
I fucking love the old models of the Gundam. They look so bad. They look like babies.
Carnifex wants to give you a hug.
I would
Oh, yeah.
gladly take a Carnifex hug.
Now,
The Carnifex is just like a fucking. It has 4 banana arms and it's just a screaming face on a torso. It looks like something Picasso would draw.
I am
yeah, that-
concerned a little bit about the Wrath of Magnus because if the storyline progresses, I'm not entirely confident in that because of what happened to Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah, people have been bringing the 2 cursed words end times up a lot as if that's like a death sentence.
Well,
Uh,
here's the thing about that. Coming from a business perspective, the end times in fantasy was an amazing, amazing thing. It bumped
Yeah,
up the
End Times
sales
was a-
40%.
Yeah, End Times was a smash hit, and AOS, while people don't like it as a game, has sold like ridiculously well.
No,
at least in its
AOS
early
and
phase.
40K
Age of
are
Sigmar
on
has
par
been
now.
shit.
Exactly.
Then why have they had to get rid of 2 armies?
Because they weren't selling well.
Yeah, they did have to squish a couple of armies, but
And it's not like they're completely gone. They're still in the fluff and everything. And I think there's rules somewhere for using them. It's
Yeah, there's
just
basically
they're not
old-
they're not an army.
yeah, they're
And
not
then they
going to
had the
get
Space
about.
Marines.
I personally do not like Age of Sigmar, if only because the theme is kind of schizophrenic.
Oh no, I hate it. I hate the fluff of it. I hate the
it's-
models. I love how
I
good
dislike
looking
it
they look.
because people want Ravendell 3 and I don't know how to use it or how to do it.
I also just don't
I-
like fantasy, so
I will say I like the artwork. But that's pretty much it.
I loved
like-
Warhammer Fantasy. It's one of my favorite settings, and I thought that there was potential for it. Age of
still-
Sigmar, however, is just it's like people say, it's a mix of 40K and fantasy, and those two don't mesh well because it's
Yeah.
two entirely different things.
Yeah,
It-
I quite like the new. I'm quite a fan of the new models for AOS on the whole.
I
and-
like the Nagash model.
you would like them on the
Oh,
whole.
that-
but and the rules are okay. Like we've played a lot of AOS in our friendship group, and my like main channel partner is primarily an AOS gamer, so we sort of get it, and it's not terrible, particularly now that it's got its point 5. Things are becoming a little bit better, but the lore is still not there, and that's meaning that for people like us, it's not worth pursuing as a thing because.
Oh yeah, the lore is shit too. But I mean, from like just from an aesthetic.
Tyrion and Teclis just beat up Slaanesh and just put them in a bag or something.
Anyway,
well, Tyrion's a god, so.
In other news,
and put them in
yes,
a bag.
moving away from Age of Sigmar,
yeah.
it's a 40k podcast, and people don't like Age of Sigmar when we talk about it.
Anyway,
okay, look, closing note: Age of Sigmar sucks a dick.
I agree.
I won't go that far. Yes, other news: Blood Bowl is out or about to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's whatever. No armies are released for it yet.
The Blood Bowl is fun.
Blood Bowl is fun.
That's all. That's really all you can say about it. It's fun.
I really hope they bring back the Lizardmen team because that was my favorite in the old game.
It's the Jerry Seinfeld of the Warhammer universe.
Yes.
It's like it's all right.
Games Workshop did one of the coolest things I've ever seen in recent history. They listened to their fans and did a new FAQ based on what fans have asked, and they clarified things.
And by God, was it a comprehensive one?
Yeah, you could actually read it and understand it. Although I pointed out one huge flaw in it, and I'm so happy that I did this. Okay, one of the rules as written states that you can never join an independent character to a unit that contains a monstrous creature. Okay?
Which is normally correct.
Alright, now, hear me out on this. Hear me out, okay? And I know somebody in the comments is going to quote that I said that just now. Anyway, Hive Guard. Alright, you take a unit of 3, no upgrades. You take yourself 2 primes with no upgrades. You attach each individual independent character to the Tyrant Guard squad. They can join a squad because they're independent characters. The Tyranid Hive Tyrant can then join the Guard squad because he joins as an independent character. But the rule as written states that an independent character cannot join a monstrous creature. It does not state that a monstrous creature can join a unit that contains an independent character.
That sounds like you're fudging with it to make it fit, but
no, I am going to walk around with my Swarm Lord and 5 guard.
I'm going. Suddenly, the Warhound Titan joins the squad of guardsmen.
No. Rules as written, this can happen and has happened in the past. Freaking warriors will jump in front of Hive Tyrants just to intercept explosions. So it makes sense that the Hive Tyrant can join units, and in fact, there is a formation with a Hive Tyrant joining to units, the Gargoyles.
Yes.
So I'm gonna play it at a major tournament soon once I get 2 Tyrannocytes.
Oh, fucking Tyranid player.
Hey, I play 7 different armies, and I love my cute little buggies.
Hey, we're only just shitting on Tyranids because we played a lot of Dawn of War 2, and we had to deal with fucking, like, Alpha fucking playing his goddamn Tyranids.
Alpha always fucking play. He's just like that Tyrannid. He has like that fucking weird insect fetish where he
wants
like,
to have a
asshole.
He wants the Hive Tyrant to shove its venom cannon deep inside of his rectum.
Remember
me and
when we
Alpha
played
have
that
something
game
in
and he was
common.
remember when we played that fucking Dark Crusade game and he was like molested by Genestealer?
Oh no, that was a Black Crusade game, and it wasn't a Genestealer. It was a Gaunt.
Oh yeah, it was yeah.
I can't tell that story because it's hilariously not safe for work.
Speaking of GW doing things that are popular, alongside Wrath of Magnus, there are 2 new supplements. One of them is Traitor Legions.
Thank fuck.
The other is Imperial Agents, aka everything that's not the Guard, the Marines.
We get Judge Dredd!
Awesome.
No, I was going to say, you
nope,
get the
fuck
Inquisition.
that, Judge Dredd.
What?
I want my police force and cyber
The Arbites
dogs.
just the Imperial Guard with like their chimeras and stuff, but have bolters instead of like
Fresh,
last.
it's not Arbite, it's Arbites.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
shit.
fucking they can suck my dickum.
Yeah, fuck that.
Dick.
I am
It's all
Duke
right.
Nukem.
I only
But I
fuck
will say,
crackers.
if this is true, and Imperial Agents is Inquisition 2.0, which is what it looks like judged by the cover, then what's going to be in there?
Cyber dogs.
Hint, hint.
Sisters of Battle, probably.
No! Don't fuck with my sisters!
I
I
would
think
like
that the
to have
Sisters
my
of Battle
army of
do need some love.
I would like to have my army of Calidus assassins, please.
Yep, legal.
Oh,
Oh.
oh. And one of my friend's favorite tactics got debunked recently by the FAQ. He used to bring all
Go on.
buildings to a game.
That was legal? I
And if you took Unbound, you could take units of anything. So he took five bastions and like 2 giant cannons and all of the defense guns, and that was his army. He was like,
What?
"This is a proper Mechanicum army."
It was just
Yeah,
Bob
it's
the
just-
Builder.
In all
Well, that's
fairness, he
false.
wasn't wrong. He was playing as buildings.
What if Bob
Yes,
the
I think-
Builder was a fucking what's it called? Mechanicus.
Imagine Bob the Builder as a Magos.
Yeah.
Can we fix it? First, we have to
Heresy.
pray.
Bob
Yes.
the Magos, can we fix it? Bob the Magos, Omnisaya Oripedo Destina World Devine.
But yes,
Yeah.
I think we should go back to Red Blaze screaming at traitor legions.
As he screams at his
Yes.
machine spirits fucking shit up.
Work, you bitch!
Dig more trenches.
God damn it, you fucking toaster! Work!
Is it bad that
Okay.
orcs could actually loot vehicles and make them work faster than the Mechanicum can repair them?
I've seen some great custom orc models, like a looted Carnifex.
I love the looted Carnifex.
I love the looted Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Looted
What?
Optimus... Yeah, the looted Optimus Prime.
No, looted Carnifex?
Yeah, it was a custom
assuming it's-
model where there's just an orc, like mech boy, like sitting in a seat where the Carnifex's brain used to be, and there's Tesla coils and shit, and like a harness.
Wasn't
Fair
there one when
dues.
there was an orc just sitting on its back holding a carrot on the end of a stick?
Oh my god.
That's
Looted,
amazing.
looted Necrons.
Looted Emperor.
Looted Emperor. I've seen a picture of that, but it was a
You can
drawn
put pretty
one.
much. You can loot pretty much anything if you're orcs. If it's a vehicle or a robot
Or a
apparently or a thing, you can loot it if you're orcs.
Have you seen that fucking looted Emperor picture?
We've all seen it. It's classic.
They're fucking shooting laser beams, smiling.
Oh, speaking
I
of
feel-
orcs and robots and stuff, did anyone else remember the old orc Tim boys that are like shaped like Space Marine squats and Eldar?
Yes.
No.
Oh, those were brilliant. This little derpy looking robot Space Marine, old pointy headed robot Eldar made by Orc Mech Boys just to take the piss out of them.
Have you ever read Deathwatch?
Yes,
No,
I
I
have. Remlaze, I'll send you a copy of it.
You're talking to like a
thank you.
group of fucking of Warhammer 40K players. We've fucking read the shit.
No, you guys haven't.
I have. Fucking
Okay.
don't doubt my power.
I will.
Bitch!
Ah. Yes, indeed.
Now what?
Now
Anyway.
I think that there was a topic of conversation before
Yes,
we
Yeah, traitor legions.
yes. Finally, the actual Chaos Legions are going to get their own unique army lists. It looks like for the first time since 3rd edition. Thank fuck.
And it's chaos, so they're gonna suck.
I can hold out hope that they're actually going to be decent at least. It's a whole new supplement, so it might be good. You never know. I just want my Night Lords to be good again.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how all the mechanics work and what restrictions they apply and how terrifying some of the formations sound.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
call
so-
this the pizza.
I think that's all of the news for now.
Pizza.
right?
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Was there questions for our
No.
guests?
Yes.
Yes. We're getting on early
yeah.
to the comments, because I think the rants is going to take a little bit longer this week.
I cannot wait for this.
Come on,
It's going
Carl.
to
We
be li-
agreed. We
Yeah, I
agreed to
know.
do this.
It's going to be shit like, what fucking pants do you like to wear?
No, our comments are generally quite good. So I'll open with one for... There was one, I think, was someone actually worked out that Karl was going to be coming on and left a question for him. So I think I'm just going to dig that out quickly.
Hmm?
Carl is the more personable of the duo.
The more
Okay, this is it. Actually, this technically is kind of for the both of you. When is the next episode of the Fresh Karl cast or Upper Hive?
Oh, god damn it.
All right, the first cast. It's well, I don't know.
We can confirm. I can confirm at least, because this is the plan, that when the next episode of Fresh Tales comes out, we're going to do a podcast with me, Nost, and Karl.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Not to
next
include
episode
us.
of the fucking cast.
Here's the thing. First, what I just want to get fucking before I do anything, I just want to fucking get Fresh Tales out
Yeah.
because
It's
otherwise
coming
it's
out after, like,
sidetracked.
It's
Coming out after like 10 years from now.
It's been a long time coming,
But it
but we finally
came.
came.
Excellent. Okay, this is a bit more of a general one for the lore people. Where did Russ learn about the fruit that could supposedly save the Emperor?
I have no idea.
Michigan.
I'm just going to assume like some Fenrisian saga.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
makes most sense.
He went to a bar in Michigan and he just asked around, and they were like, "Oh no, that back here." So he followed them, and then he got the fruit, if you know what I mean.
But what kind of fruit is it?
It's a fruit that can save the Emperor, I guess, and it's probably just some Fenrisian saga he heard,
I
and
bet
was just
they
like,
had to follow their nose.
It's an ecological tomato.
So not a lemon then.
No, it's a tomato.
It's a fucking Fruit Loop.
It's just on salsa. It just fucking smears on his face.
just fucking dump
Holy jar of
salsa.
salsa.
Dump salsa into like the Emperor's eye socket.
Yeah, dabs on salsa in his fucking armpits.
Just fucking like creak open the Emperor's like jaw and just put some like salsa in there. Watch it fall out from the jawbone and onto his ribs.
Yeah.
Is there any
Fucking
particular brand of salsa?
pours out of the goddamn ribs.
Oh, I just remembered something news-wise. I just remembered something. Space Hulk Deathwing just went into beta and apparently it looks shit.
It's
No,
not.
it looks awesome.
I can say,
okay.
as a person who has played the game, that the load times when you get in are a bit much, but it's nothing unbearable. There are some connectivity issues, but that's to be expected because they are still working out the netcode, because if you know anything about game development, you know that the last few weeks are crunch time. It's where you're supposed to like work out the bugs, fix the netcode, stuff like that. I saw a complaint, not going to name names, about there being respawning, to which I say, it's a video game, and if you just like died and stay dead, that would not be fun.
Yeah, that'd be the equivalent of like an
Yeah.
old Sega game. Like, go all the way back to the beginning, fuck off.
And I
Can
also
I get a
saw,
Deathwatch text game?
and I saw like there being infinite ammo, to which I then say, where would you find a Astartes grade bolt rounds on a Space Hulk? And not only that, however long it has been drifting through the Immaterium for however long, probably millennia, probably more because time in the warp is a fun concept.
Oh yes.
Would they even work? Because that's also a
Yeah,
thing. Is like,
actually, you may well be calling me out because this is what I was putting in the chat last night. I just find it.
Because I didn't want to bitch you out.
Yeah, it was me. Just the basic thing. The reason I brought it up is that when I saw the Space Hulk board game, the assault cannon was the most powerful weapon in the game, but you had like 10 shots, and then you had to reload, and you had 10 more shots, and then you were done. And the entire idea in my head of Space Hulk is you're trapped in this thing with your squad mates, and you've got to hold out and not get cornered.
No.
You've got to
Yeah,
save
but they're
your
not
ammo.
exactly trapped because they can teleport.
Now, here's the thing I can say as as a little counterpoint to that. When you were playing Space Hulk, the board game, you were the Blood Angels, yes?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, this is not the Blood Angels. This is the Deathwing. This is the first company of the Dark Angels, and the Deathwing is like in lore, super duper badass and super prepared and like at the wankery. You know,
Yeah.
you know where it's going. I would imagine that they would equip their Terminators, especially their first company Terminators, with enough provisions and supplies to last a relatively short mission in the Space Hulk. And not sure where this came from. I'm not sure if this is like an actual thing, but the Librarian does have the Cygate ability, which is a gate opens where the Psyker warps everyone back onto what I assume is a Munitorum facility on their battle barge, where they can reload, resupply, repair their Terminator armor, switch out their weapons, stuff like that.
And with the other Space Hulk video games, so I think literally the only weapon that had ammo cam was the Heavy Flamer. With the other two video games, if I recall, the first-person shooter ones.
And the autocannon, the assault cannon, I mean, not the autocannon, the assault cannon. The assault cannon does, if you fire it for extended period of time, it does have a chance of jamming for a bit, and you need to reload, and it's not a short reload time either.
No, it takes quite a minute to reload.
And so you need to do that to unjam your assault cannon. And there was also another complaint I saw on the Steam discussion forums that says that oh, you can't die if you shoot the plasma cannon too much. And it's if you're making a video game, you have to make a few concessions to make it as appealing to a general audience as possible and to make it fun. So some things from lore need to take a back seat for fun.
I mean, fuck's sake, if you want to fucking have punishment, just play Dwarf Fortress or Space Station 13.
True.
The one thing that bugged me a little bit about the game, it felt very, 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 very Left 4 Dead-y.
I mean, I've played the beta, and it basically is, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because Left 4 Dead has a really good system.
Because Left 4 Dead is awesome. And it's this game is great because it's the first game in years where you're a fucking Terminator and you're going around and you're just killing the shit out of things.
Yep.
And that's great.
I still want a game where you play as a guardsman though.
Well, that'd just be
awesome,
Call of Duty.
No,
Call of Duty and fucking 40K. I think they call that Infinite Warfare.
No, that has jetpacks. We don't give our guardsmen jetpacks.
Well, no, there's jump packs for guardsmen, the Elysian drop troops.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yep.
They're not really jetpacks. They're more like
they're not
parachutes.
jetpacks. They're grav chutes, but it's
same
idea.
Really.
Yeah.
No, what I want a game where you play as a shit-smothered guardsman in a trench.
So you want to play Battlefield 1?
No, no. I don't want to fucking. I want it to be horrible.
Karl still has the line of thought that being a guardsman is shit, and that is kind of contradicted in novels like Caiaphas Cain and Gaunt's Ghosts, where the Imperial Guard is actually professionally trained and actually good at their jobs.
And then you have 13 hours.
Here's the thing: they are fucking good and such. It's just that they're always so underlooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I want a game with them, because often they're just fucking cannon fodder as you're playing as a Space Marine.
No.
See, Space Marine.
I mean, a guardsman game wouldn't be a terrible idea. It's just that with this this system of first-person shooters that we have right now, would just probably feel derivative, and that would be.
You probably want to make it squad-based, or maybe play almost
like Republic Commando.
Style.
Republic Commando,
yes.
Just be some Kasserkin squad.
It
Now-
can't be any worse than Fire Warrior.
Hey, Fire Warrior was an amazing game when I didn't know what 40K was.
It's not great.
No.
I think
For
it
fuck's
was
sake,
my-
your bonding knife is a weapon, and you can win with.
I
Yeah, bonding knives are completely ceremonial.
Yeah, you can kill the
Completely
fucking.
ceremonial.
it
you can
was
kill
my
a-
second
kill the demon
FPS,
of
so I
siege.
enjoyed it.
I can't blame you. One of my friends from back in the day owned that game, and I saw it, and it's just like flying in the face of everything I knew about 40K and how Fire Warriors worked and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also you
I bring
solo
up-
a greater demon.
I bring it up
Single
because
greater demon.
I bring
Yeah.
up Space Hulk because had my memory jogged by one of these questions. Now that THQ is supposedly being revived by Nordic, or THQ Nordic is going to be called, will we get a remaster of Space Marine?
No, Sega owns it. And Sega is working on a sequel.
Hopeful.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
from what I saw of like their plans for a sequel where like Titus is part of the Inquisition and then goes rogue and makes his own chapter, that sounded a little bit bizarre because that's not how chapters work.
I
Yeah, I
was
admit,
wondering
when I
where
was
he would get
50
the gene seed.
Maybe it'd be more like something like a Black Shields, warband or something.
I would love a game where you're in the Deathwatch.
Yeah, I mean, if they just continued as Titus in the Deathwatch, I'd play the shit out of that game.
Or like Titus as a kill marine, because that's also a thing.
Yeah. But I do
I'll
want to
take whatever.
see.
My
I want to see
favorite thing about-
Tyranids. I want to see the Tau in the game, because they can fit perfectly.
I know.
Yes,
The
Carl?
problem with me is that I'm drawn to like the shit. So, which is why I really like the fucking Chaos Renegades, because they're so fucking like, look at them. Look at them. They're running around with a fucking piece of metal strapped to their
Oh, did we lose
I would
him?
like to see another game where
Oh.
you're playing as
fucking love it.
Oh.
when you're playing as someone other than the Imperium, because I think the only games that have that are Fire Warrior and Rights of War. That's it.
And Dawn of War, technically.
I think now this is basically being a little biased since I love me some Chaos Space Marines.
Good
And
man.
Fucking heretic.
yeah, I'm a fucking
you know
heretic.
it.
Deal with it. Fucking sit on my lap. Anyway,
Oh, that's resort to me, you faggot.
I'm a servant of Slanesh, so I might take you up on that.
so
Oh,
anyway,
fuck.
my character for the Alpha Legion is a Chaos Sorcerer. I always play Chaos Sorcerer whenever like Black Crusade is going on, which hasn't happened for a while because the games tend to not be good. But anyway, I like a game about being Chaos. I think that'd be interesting. It'd show a different
it'd
side
be-
of Warhammer besides like Imperium and shit.
You could easily do it maybe with Eldarms, like maybe a Skyrim or Dishonored-esque system, not like style, but system. Like a weapon in one hand and a power in the other, like your psychic abilities.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
What if you're playing as an Imperial assassin?
Well, I just
Ooh.
pick Eversor and just not even be stealthy.
Yes. No, I'd play as
How
a
about-
Vindicare
How
and
about
find a Farseer to love.
Cornate Berserk?
Honestly,
A game where you're playing a Cornet Berserker would be great.
It'd just be Doom.
actually, that's the best part of freaking Space Marine is just getting the axe and the pistol and just chopping up everything.
Can you imagine it? Can you imagine a game like Doom, but you're a fucking Cornate?
That would actually be really awesome.
Well, why would you be Cornet? Because, like, if it's like Doom, you're gonna be, like, with demons and shit, unless you're like, oh god, what about a Doom game where you're on a ship where the Geller field fails?
Jesus.
You would be super fucked.
Unless
That would be
you're
fun.
an orc. You'd be having the
In
time
which
of
case,
your life.
that would be super fun.
A game
Yeah.
where you're Karn the Betrayer.
I want a Calidus assassin game where you play as James Bond, GoldenEye.
Anyway, I believe we're supposed to be answering questions.
We are.
Oh yeah.
But tangent
Yeah.
and
Let's have a look.
video
That's
games.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, but that was all
Uh,
related to the question originally, which I forgot, so it counts.
But anyway,
remastering Space Marine.
let's continue on.
Okay. This is said to be for Remlays, but I suppose it's more general. Since the Alpha Legion's Primarch has died multiple times, is there a chance that when one of them dies, the other just pops back up again so that there's always one of them? Because we've now seen Omegon/Alfarius die twice.
Okay.
It's a really weird question, but I just thought, well, Alfarius died in Praetorian of Dawn, supposedly, and Alfarius/Omegon also died to Guilliman, if that's true.
Well,
Alright.
I think... Talk.
I do like the idea of having that kind of, what players are from, if it's Macbeth or something like that, you know, like where if one lives, both shall live, if one dies, both will die, or something like that. So, like, they're keeping each other alive, kind of thing. I do like that idea. But whether it will fit in with the greater Warhammer 40,000 lore...
It depends on how you see... It depends on how you see Janus, actually. Because if you treat Janus as being Omegon, then either Alfarius has died twice, or it was just a regular Marine who was Primarch level and able to put up a fight with Guilliman.
Well, that's the thing, is like in Praetorian of Dorn, it was actually Alfarius who took the Alpha Legion to invade the palace. And it does say that the Alfarius that Guilliman killed wasn't actually him, it was just a Marine that was mind-wiped and personality, like, implanted to think he was Alfarius and to fight like Alfarius. Because, as it turns out, if Alfarius feeds one of his Marines his blood, he temporarily, like, gains Primarch-level abilities.
I just assumed it was Omegon.
Sounds like a nice cocktail.
No, now Omegon is
so why
like...
not just clone your blood and just give it to all of them?
Because it's probably more of a complex thing than that.
Yes,
they have an entire planet of
Drink
cloned
from
people.
me.
I'm sure they could do that.
Well, here's the thing: is like Corvus Corax only got like permission to use the cloning material that the Emperor has, and also the secrets behind making Astartes, because the Emperor like gave him that shit. He psychically implanted that in Corvus Corax's mind. So
yes, he did on purpose, or it was just like a whoopsie daisy.
So Alfarius has to like manually feed this Marine his blood, and there's also probably some other like shit involved that's probably complex.
Here's my blood. Now suck the Primarch's wiener.
And now
I imagine it being
there's also the fact that Alfarius and Omegon are small Primarchs, and that their Marines are big for Space Marines, which means that they're about equal height. That is a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Alfarius is dead, and now it says that Omegon basically he wanted to help the Imperium, but now he has to like take Alfarius's place as Horus's lackey to keep up the appearance that like there's still an Alpha Legion Primarch around.
Is Horus what's his name? Thalbadon, really? That's stupid.
No, it's not Abaddon, it's Horus, because this is during the Horus Heresy.
Wait, how the hell does Horus just not go, psychic powers, I know who you are?
Well, the thing is, Horus isn't a psyker. He just has sorceress abilities.
So much.
Like, he doesn't have, like... Just because he is, like, a psyker innately, like the rest of the Primarchs, doesn't mean he actually knows how to properly use it. Like, it does take, like, some modicum of training to be able to read, like, surface thoughts. And not to mention that Alfarius and Omegon are similar enough that it would be difficult to tell even with psychic powers.
And I'm sure they probably train their minds to resist psychers.
Yes, because it's said that no one knows what's going on in Alfarius' head, not even Horus. So Omegon is probably the same way.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Is there a 40k or Horus Heresy rumor / theory you don't want answered because it's more enjoyable that it's a mystery?
The fate of the loyal Primarchs and the missing Primarchs.
The missing Primarchs.
I don't think that the missing Primarchs need to be answered because it's just better if it's just this vague thing that maybe Lehman Russ did some like shit, that there was like some sort of tragedy and violence and shit. And also because, like, the missing Primarchs were never supposed to be, like, this big of a mystery. Because Games Workshop just made it in reference to the 2 legions that were lost in Teutoburg Forest. Whose numbers were never used again.
I also feel that they leave them missing because that's for people to make their own shit.
Yeah, that's also a thing. It's like, this way, if there's 2 missing Primarchs, people can make their own chapters and their own Primarchs and their own origin story.
Yeah.
I know. Did Sanguinius use a wig?
No, his hair is naturally beautiful.
Fuck.
Pilgrim did use a wig, however.
Did he?
No.
Did he?
Well, I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Damn it, Remleys, don't do this shit. People believe
But
you.
that's just a theory. A 40K theory.
No. I refuse to say
Shut
it.
up.
Oh dear.
I love you.
What else
Hello,
have we got?
Fresh. When can we spoon again?
After the podcast.
I'd watch.
Awesome.
Oh dear me. Oh goodness. I think the YouTube algorithm has really not been that helpful to me this week.
Oh, really? A YouTube system isn't helpful.
Holy shit.
Who would have thought?
Oh, just is it?
Yo, I don't want to talk about YouTube fucking up. I'm still pissed at them.
Hey,
Oh,
Alexis,
did you ever get that stuff sorted?
No,
Hey,
they
Lex-
basically just sent me a message saying, hey, go fuck yourself.
Hey, Alexis.
Yeah?
Can you draw me and Fresh Yowie, please? Or do a fan fiction?
I can't. I wish I could.
Can
we're
you
not artists.
please write a fan fiction?
Can you write a fan fiction of me fucking Karl up the ass real hard, please?
Maybe.
Awesome.
God damn it.
It'll be my Christmas special.
Okay.
Oh,
Would it involve house ship sex?
Everyone listening to this, do that now.
Do it.
Right. I will laugh.
No one even
Make
knows
me
what
laugh.
our fucking characters look like, Karl.
Well, I guess they'll have to improvise based on our voices.
Oh,
Well,
not again.
considering that you sound like Squizgars, I don't know.
Hello, I'm Squizgar Squiggles.
Shuts the fucks up, Karl.
Yes. Anyway, what's the next question?
What is the next
I had one. Why was the Emperor so anti-Xeno? I think the Emperor sort of answered this in his Q&A on TTS, but it'd be interesting to get more canonical clarification besides the fact that they just want to kill us, so we have to kill them first.
Because the Emperor fucking hates aliens.
Yeah.
As far as
But
I'm
why?
like, he viewed humanity as being like the perfect sentient
Why?
species.
Because
The
he's the
Eldar had
Emperor.
that too. The Eldar had their chance. They fucked up, so it's humanity's turn, bitches.
And then there's, like, also the fact that, like, during the Dark Age of technology, the humanity had a giant empire with alien client states. And as soon as the birth of Slanesh happened, all of those aliens immediately started murdering humans. So, like, hey, the alien clearly cannot be trusted because they want to fuck our skulls.
Also, they invented an entire new god by having too much sex.
Well, then why does he use their technology?
Because the Emperor is the Emperor. Also, the Webway is, like, not strictly the Eldar.
It's the old ones.
No, that was the old ones.
Yeah, but that's still Xenos tech.
The old ones are fucking, like, aliens so advanced they could create life as a hobby. I think the Emperor has a little bit of leeway to, like, cheat.
Yeah, the Eldar was so powerful that they could literally extinguish a star on a whim. Like, what?
Well, so can
You
I,
mean
but
the old
still.
ones?
Plus, it's not like fucking, like, he's using Xenos tech, like, exclusively. Most of it is, like, invented by him or the Mechanicus. It's just that the Webway gate was the one exception because he was like, okay, look, the Webway isn't filled with demons that want to rape us to death.
Until
Let's
Magnus
use
fucked
that.
it up.
In fairness, the Emperor also fucked it up because he never told anybody what was going on.
True.
Yep.
Okay, next
Okay,
question.
Next question.
Yeah, someone forgot to put questions, so I had to go hunting for this one. I remembered seeing it. The possibility of Dark Eldar using human Eldar crossbreeds and/or artificially created hybrids as infiltrators, kind of like what Genestealer cults do. Would they do it?
Yes.
No, I don't think they would. If only because there was that half Eldar, half human librarian in Rogue Trader, but that's kind of like old lore.
There was that one who was like a leader of a pirate war band that ended up joining with Honsu. I've forgotten her name, but she was described as basically being essentially being half Eldar. She killed 3 Space Marines on her own and nearly killed Cato Sicarius.
There is also the fact that like Dark Eldar probably don't want to do that with humans.
Well, the thing is, basically the entire Dark Eldar military is grown in tubes. Apart from like the actual Trueborn, the entirety of the Carbolites are grown in vats by the homunculi. So
I can see the
why
homunculi.
would they need to do it?
You know, just doing it just to see what would happen.
Yeah, remember the story where they did it to the Ethereal? And then the Tau that were working with them saw the Ethereal and they're like, well, shit.
Yeah, they turned the entire delegation into grotesques.
Yep.
Yeah, because the Dark Eldar are assholes. Plus,
Yeah.
they aren't exactly the sort to, like, do the whole spy infiltration thing. They just seem to send in, like, raiding parties to, like, fuck shit up and
They
then
don't
leave.
have- Yeah, they don't have the
possibly
patience.
like
because...
a high-ranking Archon doing it, just just for
I mean, I guess, like, I could see an individual Dark Eldar, like Remley has said, just, like, doing it for shits and giggles because the Dark Eldar are assholes.
Yeah, as long as he was killing enough to be able to feed on enough pain to not like become extremely useless.
And then there's also the fact that, like, in 40K, interspecies relationships are seen as basically bestiality. Like, Eldar, the human word for Eldar means that which needs to be exterminated. It's not just a pun on monkey.
And yet they made Love Can Bloom canon.
That's just a little reference, and it's not, like, actual canon. But
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
I have seen that fucking image. I own that source book.
Oh yeah, they fuck.
I'm okay with it.
Oh dear.
Of course
You would be okay,
Okay.
with Alexis.
I would sleep with an Eldar happily.
Fucking slut.
Yeah.
Okay. If the Mechanicus ran into humans who actually understood how technology works, would they kill them on the spot for techno heresy, or actually try and learn some shit?
I'll probably kill them.
Techno heresy, yeah.
Heresy.
Because...
Would
Why
they
not
be
both?
strong enough to kill him?
Well, that's the thing, is, like, just because, like, the Mechanicus has the Skitarii and the Titan Legions and the Explorator fleets and shit, so if they found humans that knew what technology was and how it worked, they'd probably try to kill them, because it's kind of implied that, like, the higher-ups in the Mechanicus know how, like, technology works. They're just hiding it behind religious ceremony to, like, keep a monopoly on technology.
Kill
So
them
they
and
probably
then leave it
kill
to the
them.
Inquisition.
So they probably, like, kill them just to, like, keep a lid on that.
I could see that.
Perhaps, yeah.
There's got to be some knight households that know how to build knights, though.
Probably.
Because it said that
Well-
they know how to maintain them, which means that they know how they work.
Well, just because you know how to maintain something doesn't mean you know necessarily how to put it together. Like, I know how to clean my computer out. It doesn't mean I know how to, like, make its component parts.
That's true. I'll give you that
Yeah,
one.
that's fair. Okay. Actually, no, I won't do that one. There's one that I saw. What would people think to a Harud army? According to the fluff, the way this commenter sees it, their entire army would be shrouded, and each unit would be a brotherhood of psychers with access to divination and nothing else. So, Harud, if it was in the game, would it be good? No? Do you think?
Do they mean, like, the
Oh.
Skaven Harud or the
Bendy Hrud.
The fucking mushroom man.
To be honest, I don't see it as a full army. It could be like a couple of units for like special games and everything.
Or what you could do, make
Like
a
a
40k
Death Row?
version of Dogs of War, and have a bunch of like mercenary Xenos. Have the Hrud as a unit in that.
If I'm recalling
I mean-
correctly... Oh, sorry, you can speak, Michael.
Just like the Dark Eldar do use mercs in their Courts of the Archon, so they could show up there. And the Tower will obviously use aliens if they need them. So there's ways for them to sneak in. I don't know enough about them to be able to answer this question.
There's
Now,
not really a lot of fluff on them.
if I recall the HRUD correctly, they're like, if you get near them and piss them off, they like cause time entropy to happen. I remember that being a Xeno race. They could like, if they're gathered in enough groups, they're basically a localized black hole that like makes time basically compress and accelerate. And this is how a Space Marine chapter died, because they were like aged into dust.
Ouch.
I'm pretty sure that's what the HRUD are. So a HRUD army would basically be like a traveling black hole.
God damn terrifying.
Yeah,
Vortex
so the
Graver
Imperium.
stat lines.
So, but thankfully, the HRUD gatherings that large are not common.
Which is why there'd have to be like a sort of like 1 or 2 units as opposed to a full-blown force, because a
And
full-blown force.
it's also why the Imperium hasn't exactly made a beeline to kill the HRUD.
Yeah, I would not blame them.
Yeah.
This reminds me of something. I'll ask the question and then it will tell you what it reminds me of. This is about specialist games. Which faction would you be in Gorka Morka if you could pick?
Diganobs.
Assuming you get
Big
one.
enough.
Yeah, digging up. Fuck yeah.
Just to spite Remlays, I'd play as Diganobs.
Diganobs.
Muties.
You know.
Oh dear.
Muties actually have decent weapons.
Fuck you, Diganobs.
Yeah, but they don't have a decent name.
Nobody gets to ride big lizards.
Whatever, Diganobs.
Fuck you, Diganobs.
Yeah, and what it reminds me of is... But yes, the reminder I got is on the release page with Imperial Agents and Traitor Legions, there were a couple of book covers for Adeptus Titanicus, Index Chaotica or Index Imperialis Apocrypha or something. So it looks like that's pretty much ready to go.
Nice.
I'm actually excited about that game, but I want to see Tyranids in it first.
Digging ups.
Why not?
Yes.
They'll probably come in an expansion or something.
It would be great if
Digging knobs, dude.
it would be great if like Focus Home Interactive with like how they've been reviving the specialist game market, if they actually made like a fucking modern day fucking Gorka Morka.
Oh god, yes. I mean, did anyone else see the Dreamcast version that was being made?
I
No.
did actually. Zoran actually found an alpha of the game, and he couldn't even run it because of how incomplete it was, but it was a fucking racing game.
It sounds about right, actually.
Well, just a straight racing game, or was it something more akin to like Twisted Metal?
Twisted Metal.
Sounds about right.
See, no one talks about Vigilante
is.
8 when you mention car crashing bomb games.
Yes, but like that's because it's shit.
Yeah, but it was cool.
Oh dear.
Fucking love Vigilante 8.
This is
I'm still laying down in my bed.
Same here.
Starting to hurt my neck.
Then roll over
Yeah.
onto your belly, Carl.
No, there's a guitar next to me. I can't.
You're
was a
fucking
guitar.
Squizgars, I swear.
But next question.
This is one sort of in response to a discussion we had last week, because we were Remlaze's rant of the week, which was fully justified, was about the Blood Ravens and how they're apparently not Thousand Sons. And someone just wanted to like ask something. I think Remlaze was just face palming there. But the person wanted to ask, if the Blood Ravens were Thousand Sons, why did none of them fall to the Flesh Change?
It's probably due to the fact that over the centuries, every stock of gene seed for every Space Marine chapter does slightly mutate in slightly different ways. For example, you got the Black Dragons, who are supposedly salamanders. They haven't got like the glowing red eyes and black skin. Instead, they're growing huge blades out of their arms. So it could be
True.
So it could be a slight mutation in the Thousand Sons gene seed that's actually stabilized and got rid of the flesh change.
Well,
And my
keeping the higher percentage of psychers.
Exactly,
But
it's a
my
beneficial
follow-up-
mutation.
Yeah, my follow-up to that, though, is why are they not, like, rubric? Did the rubric have a maximum range? or something.
Well,
And so because they were still in the Imperium, it didn't hit them.
It's
Because if they were Thousand
didn't
Suns,
the
they're
rubric
not
of didn't the rubric of Amon take place within the warp on the planet of Sorcerers?
it did.
So it could
Yes.
have only have just affected the Thousand Suns who were in the warp rather than the ones who were outside in real space.
Yeah, and it was to cure the flesh change. So maybe if your theory is correct that their gene seed is mutated so that they are not suffering the flesh change, that spell doesn't affect them anymore because their genetic code doesn't match. I don't know. It's just something that goes on my mind.
And plus, we don't know if, like, there's not that much fluff about the Blood Ravens outside of the games, so maybe there are a higher percentages of mutations amongst the Blood Ravens that we don't know about.
Although allegedly, apparently Dawn of War 3 is going to reveal who their founding progenitor legion is.
I mean, it would make the most sense with, like, the sheer amount of foreshadowing and, like, Prospero burns and shit that, like, the Blood Ravens will be 1,000 Suns.
Yeah, like, you know,
Nope,
because-
they're dead
the
guard.
Lost Sons and a Raven of Blood.
Because of
Here we
the
go.
because of the Corvidae.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying that's 100%. I'm just
It's a
saying
very strong insinuation, though, isn't it?
it
Ooh,
is,
ooh, ooh.
but
They're actually Ultramarines because Ultra.
Shut up.
Fuck off.
That was just
Love you
fishing
guys.
for it. That was fishing for it. Oh dear.
Ultramarine, suck
Actually,
that
okay,
cock.
I'm gonna do my 2
I
cents
can't
about
wait to
this.
Suck that ultramarine cock. Oh, yeah.
Carl, please.
Oh dear.
On my
Of
channel,
Combat
we already
Heresy.
discussed how big a Space Marine's penis would be, and it's only 3 inches.
Why
Yeah.
would you discuss that?
I mean,
Because of
because
the
it's electric.
life-size Space Marine cutout.
They would have no.
And
real
actually,
use
I
for it,
wasn't
so-
talking about it. My stupid player group was.
I will say a Biomancer could probably make it bigger.
Probably.
But can he
Because
make it work?
Probably. I mean, like, fucking, like, it's confirmed in canon that Emperor's children do the whole unpleasantness with their dicks when they
But
rape
isn't that due to
things.
blessings by Slanesh, though?
Or Fabius Bar pumping them full of all sorts of
It
weird
still
shit.
works.
Full of Viagra, perhaps.
But then again, like, fucking the Emperor's children are also, like, more than just, like, rape and pillage. They also like to do other terrible things.
Astartes
Yeah,
packing
they're the
Viagra.
Emperor's children.
And they just basically, you know, a whole chapter
Emperor
of, a whole
protects.
legion of Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
That's all.
No, Dr.
Nice.
Roxo was fun and lovable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Let's go with that.
And you're saying Lucius isn't?
No.
Lucius
Lucius
is
is
a
a cunt.
boring
Lucius is a cunt.
character.
Lucius is a fucking cunt.
Look, if you've read Galaxy in Flames, you know exactly how much of a cunt Lucius is.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
read Galaxy and Flames a good long while. It's been a while since I read it, but when I did my research for Lucius's lore, I was like, God damn it, Lucius.
Was this before or after
Actually-
he killed Charmosian?
This was when he sold them out to Eidolon.
So after he killed Charmosian.
Yeah,
About the same
When
time.
he was just like, oh no, Salt Harvitz is the leader and not me.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
because
he
Salt
had.
Harvitz
He
was a boss.
Salt
Salt
Harvitz
Harvitz
was
was a-
great. It's just that
Well,
Lucius
Salt
is a petty
Harvitz-
cunt.
Well, Tarvitz wasn't even sent down. He was.
Yeah,
he went down.
he found out what was happening and, like, warned the Loyalist Marines on Isfahan 3.
Okay,
Yeah, he told Garrow. And then he told
completely
everyone else.
unrelated topic. I just did a video for Arch about Doom Rider, so it's sort of canon because we're talking Slanesh.
Oh yeah, Doom Rider.
And somebody made a comment, and I just gotta read this because this is great. I did not know you could turn a 40k fluff into a literal erotica. Good job. I love it.
Welcome to the Emperor's Children, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man. No, I wish Doom Rider had more fluff. Like, I really expected him to have, like, at least 3 to 5 paragraphs of fluff on Lexiconum. And I was like,
Did he get his head cut off by, like, Khosrow Khan?
yes.
His head is
You
not
wanna
mounted on
say-
his bike.
They're still
I've done
talks.
research on I have done research on Lexicanum. If you get 3 to 5 paragraphs, it's a pretty major character. Like, even Saint Celestine doesn't have 3 to 5 paragraphs. She's got, like, okay, she might have 3, but Saint Celestine is lacking. Saint Sabbat, Macarius himself only has about 4 paragraphs of history.
Well, that's
Fucking
because
Macarius.
that's because
all that was written.
Lexicana basically copy-pastes information from the codexes and just puts it there.
But at least
So-
it references them, unlike the bloody wiki.
That's true.
Like with the
Yeah.
wiki's influence of the referencing of the felinids, which is like just like
Yeah,
one line in the Imperial Guard Codex, and they've made it like a whole full page somehow.
Yeah, like, I refuse to use the wiki as my reference source for my lore videos because I can trust that even if Lexicanum is a bit copy-paste, I can rephrase it myself. I trust the source because I've got sources, and the wiki I don't trust anymore.
That's true. The wiki is
Silence.
suck, though. Anyway, next
So-
question.
Next question.
Yes, following on from the Emperor's Children, according to the fluff, being captured by the Dark Eldar is a fate worse than death. It is. And according to the fluff, being captured by the Emperor's Children is a fate worse than death. Well, it is. So, of all the factions in 40k who use torture or whatever, fate worse than death, who's the best at it and who's the worst at it?
Well, that's a good-ass question. I'd have to say the Dark Eldar, because it is a thing in the fluff that homunculi do things that even the Emperor's Children find disgusting.
Yeah.
Including training Fabius Bile because he managed to make themselves to allow a tower of living flesh.
I mean, don't get captured by Fabius Bile because he's too fucked up for the Emperor's Children and he impressed the homunculi enough for them to teach him.
Yeah, only a bit, but yeah.
I would say.
Someone translate?
Come on. You can do it. Use your words.
I would say a squat.
God damn it.
Mhm.
Okay.
You're fucking worthless, Carl.
I know. I am in this. Because
No,
I've
a
seen-
fate
around-
worse
Yeah, I'm
than
sorry, your
death, I
sandwich was
think
with
would
the law,
actually
guys.
be like captured by a Genestealer Patriarch if you're a low-level psyker, and then being
that would be
forced to infiltrate everything because you have no will anymore.
Well, I mean, like, at least with that, you're no longer, like, conscious of, like, you doing something awful.
No, apparently they're
Yeah,
still
you don't know.
conscious of it. They
I
know
know.
they're doing it. It's just they
For
can't
what
control it.
purpose?
Because
God
damn it,
tyrannids
Tyranids.
just want to fucking murder people.
What about being an eldar that gets fucked by, like, I don't know, a fucking noise marine, I guess?
I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad.
Well, you're biased.
Of course. Why did I say that?
Because you're a naughty little boy, Carl.
Fucking magical realm bullshit up in here.
But magic is heresy.
Piss forest.
Dare you enter my magical realm?
Okay, next
Anyway.
question.
Okay, this is excuse me, words. This is like one question that won't work unless I ask this one first. So, what have you guys got experience-wise with the role-playing games, like the ones
Oh!
published by?
Boy!
Like, the...
Here we go.
Shit.
You mean the, like,
The Final
Text
the
game?
final...
Like Dark Heresy, the ones from Fantasy Flight, Rogue Trader, etc.
Well,
What have I unleashed?
Boy!
where
Well,
shall we begin?
I think that we should let these guys talk first because I think we got a few stories.
My experience
heard-
is zero. Skip.
I've
My
played
personal
Dark
experience
Heresy.
is my personal experience is zero, but I've heard a story about someone who caber tossed a Chaos Space Marine in Terminator armor to death.
Yeah, we all know that one.
Uh,
Okay, so, Carl, who should start first, you or me?
I know, I need to sit up so I can fucking remember shit here.
What?
I guess.
That's
I
not
guess
how
I'll go
brains
first.
work.
Mine
how
mine
far-
does.
It's how Carl works. Don't fucking question it.
Alright,
Oh, dear.
so,
Right, I am the one who actually introduced Carl and the Alpha Legion as a whole to the tabletop role-playing games.
Carl,
might have
that
been, like-
kills people.
There might have been
Anyway.
more people, like, individually that knew, but I'm the one that, like, brought it to the forefront and was like, hey, let's make a role-playing group and stuff.
yeah, we began with Dark Heresy, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Black Crusade, or...
Black Crusade. We began.
Black Crusade,
our very
yeah.
first game was Black Crusade. Well,
Yeah,
yours was
and-
mine. That's an entirely different story that
Yeah,
I
and-
don't know if Carl wants me to tell.
So it is when you play as, Chaos, right? And we we were very wonky on the system. So there's this mutation table
Oh goddamn.
Oh god.
that like first when you get 10 10 corruptions, you get a mutation, then at like 20, then 40, and then like 80. But we thought that whenever you got 10 corruption, you got a mutation. So at the end of the game, we were just like these walking piles of shit. But alright, so
Okay, so this started when Carl's friend Miko wanted to run a Black Crusade session. And this was with me, Carl, Alphabusa, our friend Garrett, and our friend Kiwi, and our friend Larry.
yeah.
So what we decided was, this was back in the early days, by the way, when Boreal was still a funny meme.
Yeah, but
jeez.
we made a group that was like Space Marine bikers called the Riders of Conflagration.
Yes. Carl was a Nurgle Marine, Alpha
More
was
or
a
less.
Slaneshi Chaos Champion, Larry was our fucking human, Kiwi was a Renegade Blood Angel, no, not Blood Angel, Blood Raven, and
Slanesh.
Garrett was a Renegade White Scar.
Oh
that
yeah,
was fucking-
Hakan.
He fucking, like, had an intelligence of 21.
That's bad, by the way.
That's for comparison, he is dumber than a Grox.
Wow.
Oh.
And then there was me, who was the Chaos Sorcerer. Because of course I was. And we didn't have our bikes, and Meek was like, we have to do mercenary work for the Red Corsairs. To, like, get, like, enough favor to get our bikes. So we go onto this planet, where the Word Bearers are building a Gehenna Met. And a Gehenna Met, if you don't know, is a giant tower made of sin, flesh, bone, and blood and mortar that's infused with demons to turn a world into a demon world.
So they're basically discounting Homunculi then?
Not particularly. Anyway, we land, and there is a dark apostle over the hill where our drop pod lands. And I say the words, I want to cast Doombolt at him. And there's different levels of psychic powers. There's fucking just regular, fettered, unfettered, and push. I used push. And when you use push, you have to roll on the psychic phenomena table.
He rolls 99.
We have to go onto the peril of the warp table.
He rolls 99.
I summon a Lord of Change. The result is Grand Possession. Now, it doesn't end like how you expect, because to resist being possessed by a greater demon, you have to roll, like, minus, like, fucking 40 willpower tests.
He rolls
So, like,
a 1.
I rolled a 1. And then it's like, roll again. I roll a 1 again. Roll another one. I roll a 1 for a third time in the row. And what Miko describes is basically I pitch slap a Lord of Change in the face and tell him to fuck off.
So now you have a fucking personal adversary.
I got a nemesis of a Lord of Change that's really, really, really pissed off at me specifically.
Oh, Jesus.
And then I rolled the Doom crits enough that the Dark Apostle exploded.
Perfect.
It started raining blood.
And yes, it also rained blood.
Because you also fucked that one up with a Perils of the Warp. Yeah, I also remember when Hakan, the White Scars dude, he refused to wear a breastplate, even though he was a Space Marine, because it was not honorable. So he saw a normal, like, Chaos Space Marine with a fucking bolter gun, and he rushed towards him to punch the shit out of him. He gets hit once in the fucking breast, or like the chest, and he's immediately down, like half of his fucking stomach is ripped up.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
So then his player was like, maybe I should wear a breastplate from now on.
Yeah, we had to force him to. However, my character, Moralisk Malgar, he had because you know this fucking fluff where a space marine can eat a person's brain.
Yes.
Yes, to learn. Yes,
And then
to learn their
spit it
memories.
out as acid and melt somebody's face.
Yeah, he
'Cause
did
that
that
makes
all the
sense.
time. He ate everyone's fucking brain. So he was just this disgusting piece of shit.
Yes, Carl. You cut out.
Remember when we were? Oh well, he was just this piece of shit covered in brain because he would just walk around eating brains all the time. However, I still remember when we were in that Space Hulk, right?
Yes.
And that fucking what was it? A Tyranid hive lord or some shit.
Carnifex.
Carnifex, that's it. A fucking Carnifex picked me up, and so I was restrained. However, I could still spit.
Of
You
course.
spit
So
acid in Carnifex's face.
Yeah, and I crit.
Of course.
So I blinded the Carnifex.
And that's how Old One Eye was actually made.
Oh,
By
but
the way,
there's
at this point, we're just Morlisk Malagar. His movement is like 10 meters per hour.
because okay, so you jumped far a little bit because you skipped
Yeah.
over the story where we like fought over who eats the brains of a pilot, and like none of us wanted to do it, so we just vomit up the brain back up, and then we're like, "Hey, Hakan, eat this mush." And then he does, and he was our Thunderhawk pilot.
Anyway, next question, please.
Did they have the RPGs on like Tabletop Simulator these days?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know
they-
they have Warhammer 40K itself on Tabletop Simulator.
What?
I played it once with
Oh, shit.
Larry. He was the Space Marines, and I was just an army of skeletons.
Anyway,
Oh,
what's the next question?
I like
The
how
one
no
that was
one wants to hear.
to follow up on it was about Dark Heresy actually. It's like, can you beat a CSM, and if not, why? It's like, were Chaos Space Marines ridiculously overpowered or something?
Oh yeah, they
Well,
are.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the game. If you're playing only War, then you're fucked.
Well, here's the thing,
God.
okay? Here's the thing about Chaos Space Marines that people need to realize. There is never just one Chaos Space Marine. There's a Chaos Space Marine and, like, his 3 friends.
Ah,
Because, you know, they operate in squads still.
yeah.
Yeah,
And-
these guys will fuck you up, man.
Okay, and here's another thing. Not only are Space Marines super fucking tough, they also have, like, a default, like, average. They automatically resist 8 damage. They have power armor. They have unnatural strength, so they're fucking... If they hit you with a knife, it's doing, like, 1d5 plus 20 damage. And, fucking, like... Yes, you can beat a Chaos Space Marine. It's just... You shouldn't try. Because you're a dude.
Yeah, basically, Chaos Space Marine could be the boss for a campaign.
Jesus.
Fair enough.
And
Like
that's,
a single
And
that's
one.
not even, and that's not even getting into the sorcerers.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Although-
Now I'm gonna,
Although sorcerers have a chance to kill themselves.
as you nearly did.
Salutations, friends, and welcome to another.
That
Okay,
was
the next one I'm
Th-
gonna read this word for. I'm gonna read this next question word for word.
Oh
Because
God.
quite frankly, if I don't, then I think I'm going to be dropping insults. So, question/challenge. Fuse a 40k species with a similar one from another universe and explain your choice. And to make it harder for the, and I quote, Slan Flan worshipping Cyberdonger, Zergan Tyranids already had Leviathan hive ship tentacle sex, turning their basic spacecraft into the 12 to 15 kilometer bioships that can actually fight. Yada yada yada. Basically, you're not allowed to say Zergan Tyranids, and I don't know who they're referring to, but dear God, that is an interesting nickname to give somebody.
I didn't get a word of that.
Really? Okay.
Basically, fuse 2 different species. They're asking us to do My Little Fucking Pony shit, and I hate it. So
Oh,
absolutely not,
fuck
and
that.
no furries, no nothing like that, because those things can... never mind. Anyway, the 2 things that I would fuse, the Imperium and Jedis.
Those are two, like, incredibly diametrically opposed things.
Yeah.
That is the point.
Warhammer and Time Splitters.
I've seen some Time Splitters too. That looked quite fun.
Time Splitters 2 is the shit.
Okay.
Fucking...
Actually, the X-Men Mutations and Chaos Space Marines.
Yes, because what we really need is Chaos Space Marines who can shoot laser beams out of their view sockets.
We already have that. They shoot it out of their hands, though.
I would like.
Point.
I would like Warhammer 40K and Bob the Builder.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Fucking... I don't... That question is bizarre.
Yeah, I think...
It's almost as bizarre as that fan fiction Alpha Beach just showed us earlier, with crossing TTS with My Little Pony and Sonic the Hedgehog and Teen Titans.
What?
Well, hey, now I have another
Fuck
thing
you,
to read
Frost.
for Fresh
I
Deals.
knew. Of course.
Hey, Carl, we're
Okay.
canon in the text-to-speech device universe.
I know.
To whom it may concern, do you view Black Library as an unquestionable source of lore? Example, Blood Ravens. If so, why are there no Land Raiders with multi-lasers?
Okay, first of all,
Alright, then
if you're mentioning CSGO, though, that's already rendered non-canon, so that's a fucking, like, that's a non-issue.
Well, I don't know what we're talking about. I want my card effects to have multi-lasers.
Secondly, they only said that, like, the Horus Heresy is what actually happened during the Horus Heresy. Are there inconsistencies? Yes. This is what happens when you get 7 authors to write a series.
Yeah, I think they're talking. Yeah, they're talking more generally. Like there are some things in the Black Library canon that don't really fit the Codex canon. I think the one that we heard about was Kato Sicarius jumping off of tower and then refueling his jump back with battlesuit fuel or something.
Yeah, that was
Just
a
like-
CSGO thing, I believe.
No.
Tao said.
No.
Wasn't
That
that thing where
cannot
Ragnar
happen.
He's got like little tiny micro grenades in his utility belt, like Batman, and like a whole bunch of gadgets on his belt or something weird. Was that a thing?
No. We need to get Lord Cervantes too.
I don't think they're gonna get that, Carl.
Savannah?
Anyway,
Soul
are we
Calibur.
all in agreement that it's basically a no? They're not the absolute source?
They're the only source we got, though.
Aside from the codices, yeah, it is.
Fuck
Lord
the codexes, man.
Cervantes is a cunt.
And the Imperial Armor books from Forge World as well.
Imperial
Yeah,
Armor
look,
books
yeah,
are really
No one
old.
gives a shit about codexes, let's be honest.
Hey.
No one
Okay.
gives a
You
shit
play
about
the game.
codexes, let's be honest.
All right, you're right. Anyway,
As you wish. Is there anything else here that I want to do? This doesn't really make sense to me because I never did. But have you guys played D&D? I'm assuming you have.
Yeah.
Just-
No.
yeah.
I didn't
Ah,
have
there's
fun
only
with it.
one. Yeah, the question was that if like the three of us, me, Remlaze, and Alexis, were in a D&D party, what class/race would we play, and how quickly does Alexis kill us and make off with the loot?
I'd
Why
be a
would it be
nunchuck
me
wielding
killing you
Abraham
guys?
Lincoln.
Because I'm too nice.
I mean, it's gonna happen, but still.
Well, Carl, we know who to party kill now.
Yeah, if we ever end up on Upper Hive, I know who's dying first.
You know, I'm really
Well, that's-
surprised our fans haven't asked out of the three of us, fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, don't
Why did
stop.
you?
I know.
And the annoying
would-
thing is, she's question master next time. So she's
Yes!
got control of the fucking questions.
Everybody,
not.
please comment that.
I would fuck, marry,
Please
and
don't.
kill Fresh.
All
I
at
would-
order.
once.
I'd
I would
kill him
kill-
first though.
I would kill fucking Mary Carl in that order.
Okay, back to the question though. What was it? I forgot.
The question was, if we were a D&D party, like going and playing D&D or something, like what classes would we end up playing? But seeing as Lays and I have never played it, then
Oh,
might not be.
I already know this. I'd be a ranger and a thief.
Do I have time to fucking take a piss?
Yeah, go
No.
for it.
Go for it.
Remlaze would be a tank, and Michael, you'd be a fucking nerd. So a sorcerer. or
Sounds
mage.
Yep,
Can't I
that works.
can't I be a nunchuck wielding Abraham Lincoln?
Yes.
It's not a
Oh,
class, you fuck.
Yes, it is.
Oh, make it a class.
Just be a monk then, if you want to use nunchucks.
Can I be Abraham Lincoln?
If you want to be a lol random fucking idiot. Okay, look, fucking, I don't like concepts like that, if only because, like, there is a game shop near where I live, where there was a 5th edition D&D group, and I joined it because I was like, might as well try tabletop in real life. Immediately a guy rolls a halfling fucking, like, monk that's like, oh, I'm naming him after Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, and he's gonna try to build a chicken and waffle stand. And fucking, like, a fucker who just played nothing but Skyrim and thinks that's how you base yourself off of fucking RPGs. He's like, okay, my nickname's Hoagie. I'm gonna play a Dragonborn. His name's gonna be Hoagvakeen.
Oh God.
Uh,
I
That
can
is
see where your
puns.
disdain comes from.
okay,
That
Michael, do you have another
Puns.
question for us?
we need to wait for Carl though, because
I think this is very. This is just. I'll make this the last one.
Well, wait for
Are there any
him
perpetuals
to
now?
come back.
yeah, wait for Carl. Let's
Sure.
In a
yes.
D&D party, I had a guy who was a halfling, but he was a llama, had the ability to transform into a llama, and was a used car salesman.
I want to fucking choke this person.
Yeah. Needless to say, the DM hated him and our entire party because of him, and we got attacked by ice giants at level 3. We didn't live. No, wait, I lived because I ran away. I was like, fuck
I'm
this
back.
shit, you guys are gone.
He's back.
Anyway, Carl's back now.
Yes. So final question, and then we will do the rants and get sorted. Are there any perpetuals actually knocking about in 40k?
Yes.
There is one perpetual left, and it is a Grey Knight.
Oh,
That is
yeah. Oh,
coming
what's his
from-
name?
That is coming from a source where it says, like, no other perpetuals are left. There's just you.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
What's his name? Oh, I know. Yeah. Is it just a Karl Thorn? No.
He's a just a
Eldar
guy.
Draga.
Yeah.
No, he's not fucking Eldar Drago.
It could be just a Karl Thorn. Actually, I think it is. It's just a Karl Thorn. I'm 90% sure. He was in the 5th edition.
No.
Well, here's the thing, Carl, is the Caldor Drago is no longer like a hilariously OP Mary Sue because someone else besides Matt Ward took him and gave him lore and stories and shit.
Yeah, I know.
There's actually a good audiobook about, like, Caldor Drago fighting Mortarion, and it's great.
Oh, that.
I can't tell if you're joking.
I'm not.
Anyway,
Yes, that concludes the questions. So yes, if you want to get involved next week with the questions for Alexis and whoever our guests so happen to be, then leave them in the comments with the word question in your question so we can find it a little bit easier.
or fuck, marry, kill.
God damn it.
Please don't. Please don't. The problem is I have no control next week, so I can't just, like, stop her.
I would fuck Michael, murder Amelis, and kill Alexis.
Wow, dick!
Hey man,
I would,
Okay. Moving on.
Can I just do fuck to all three and then marry and kill Carl?
Yes.
yeah.
I suppose
Good.
so, yeah.
Are we really discussing this?
Prepare to take my weenus in your penis.
Anyway,
God.
rants. What do we got?
Yes, this is the rant of the week where we basically decide what's pissing us off the most and go crazy.
The rant of the week. I don't know, double down. Fuck you, Fred. You piece of shit. Why did you show me that video?
I will be right
It's
back.
a fucking diarrhea of a
Okay.
goddamn movie.
I told you why I showed it to you.
What video was this?
It's like,
Uh,
don't worry
it's
about
a-
it.
You're not prepared for it.
Then let's keep it that way. Skip.
It's a movie where Supreme.
Shut up! Shut up! Don't fucking, like, talk about it.
Fucking cave, Grandpa.
I
Why
showed
was he
Look,
there?
all you need to know is that I showed Carl a movie and he got legitimately angry.
Oh dear.
I got angry and really drunk.
You were.
It wasn't
you were
The Room, was it?
No, because we love The Room because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau is the fucking star of the Tommy Wiseau show, man.
My show. No alien.
No alien!
Why was that made?
Money.
Well, yeah, I
Oh
guess.
dear.
It's boring.
Didn't he make it because he ended up getting caught shooting a porno or something? It was like, okay, I'll film a movie around it because it's an amateur movie film.
I know, I want to watch a movie starring Ron Jeremy, Nicolas Cage, and Tommy Wiseau.
Yes.
It'll probably end up involving having Adam Sandler in it somehow.
No, I want funny people.
Oh my god.
Oh, was that for you talking about Jack and Jill then?
Ooh, that's a fucking ingrown toenail of a movie.
Hmm.
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard anyone say about Jack and Jill.
But
Anyway.
I guess that's what pissed off Karl this week.
Yeah, it seems so. Anyone else?
I'm just still mad about fucking YouTube. So it's not related to
Yeah,
this.
that's fair.
And I'm still trying to figure out tactics to beat Magnus the Red. Because it's not just him anymore that I have to worry about, it's the entire army summoning demons, so if I single him out, I have to deal with the army summoning.
Alright.
Alexis Assassins?
I could try
Here's
an
the thing.
assassin.
You need to be tactical about this. What you do is you gain his trust, right? Then you like go on a date with him while he's like in a really bad situation, and you get his hopes up, and then you crush his dreams and watch him kill himself.
Karl, if I might interject, I think that's more of a strategic thing since that's long term.
Yeah, well, I was talking about strategy here.
You said tactically.
Ah, well, it's both.
Anyway,
Oh dear.
Anyway.
with Tyranids, I can't figure out a way of actually taking him down while dealing with the Horde. I mean, the best thing I could do is I could probably just bring my Hierophant and just shoot him a bunch of times and then just de-stomp him.
Yeah, because once you get him out of the sky, he's extremely flimsy.
And my Hierophant does have a Skyfire weapon.
He's a biovore.
Or I
You
could
got
just...
recycled
I could probably
into
take a
pipe.
Hive Tyrant and shoot him enough times to bring him down.
Sierra.
Yeah, just get him out of the sky and then
Pyro
charge
force.
him, because at that point he can only like cast blessings and stuff.
Yeah. Well, what I could do is I could take a bunch of Hormagaunts with Toxin Sacks, get him out of the sky, and then just assault him and probably kill him in one turn.
Also, hang on. I just realized someone asked us, you and me, Fresh, when's the next episode of Upper Hive?
We don't fucking control that, you asshole.
That's Alpha, and he said no.
Hey, Karl, it's like fucking 2014 all over again, where people kept asking you when the next Alpha series was coming out.
Alpha series.
Yeah, like when fucking Alpha was putting out videos and shit, they kept asking you when the fucking release date is.
Oh yeah, because fucking apparently I am someone else.
And when people are asking him when's Fate of a Guardsman happening.
Actually, yes. People also asked him when text-to-speech device comes out.
Yeah,
When it's ready.
they actually do that a lot.
I'm glad I
Like-
don't get fucking messages from people. People think I'm just some scary fucking asshole.
People keep thinking I'm the guy from Vaults of Terror.
I'm sorry.
Actually, we had a little funny chat a few weeks ago. It's like where we were just getting the podcast started. It's like, what if ever we got Vaults of Terror to come on? Remlaze would do his intro, or the guy would do his intro. And we're like,
Ed.
no, Remlaze, stop interrupting. Just play along with it for fun. But oh
Yeah,
well.
game theory.
No!
No.
Isn't Arch Warhammer the game theory of 40K videos?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if you
That's-
can
that's
answer
what-
that question without causing people to want to murder people.
That's a
I
point.
know.
I had one guy
I-
thinking I was Arch for some reason.
I am the fucking dumpster diver of the Warhammer universe, so...
I just work here.
Yeah, you work as a dumpster.
Oh my god.
Someone's got to contain your garbage, you fucking cunt.
Holy shit. This is going up on my channel.
It sounds incredibly kinky.
I remember when people thought that you and me hated each other, Carl.
I know.
At a glance, I can sort of see why.
This is just how we talk.
This is actually how me and my friends talk all the time, too, so... I get you.
People get super fucking offended when I talk to other people like I talk to Carl, and all I can say is fucking stop being a pussy.
Need to introduce these people to Volcano Foreskin.
Yeah, I'll introduce them to Volcano Foreskin.
Volcano Foreskin?
You don't want to know.
No, I don't.
You see, me and Fresh, we sometimes have this game where we go into Rule 34 and we try to find the weirdest porn.
What part of I don't want to know did you not get?
Well, stop being a pussy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I know what I'm told.
Anyway, is that it? Or are we done?
Just desperately trying to not find out what Volcano Foreskin is.
Yeah.
No,
what happened?
we one time we decided to use Dark Souls, right? And Fresh won with a picture we now call Volcano Foreskin.
I have won all of the weird porn contests, by the way.
Yeah, I know, because you're first with posting them.
It's because I'm not I know where to look.
Alright.
I know which
Brimley,
like
on the list.
Actually, no, I don't today. Surprisingly.
Yeah, this week has actually been surprisingly awesome. Like, my rant of the week is about just congratulating GW on listening to their customers and doing fucking the FAQ based around what their player base wanted.
I guess my rant is just political, but it's like not really a big political thing.
Okay.
I just
it's about the increasing cost in Marmite or something.
Fuck Marmite. Who gives a shit about that?
Seconded.
Fair enough.
Okay, but anyway, it's just like people are still like freaking out over the election and thinking that like Nazi goose step death squads are gonna happen. And it's like, just calm down for like 5 seconds. Outrage culture is the worst.
Yeah.
Just I don't even like Trump. Okay? I don't like but I don't like Hillary either. Because they're both assholes, but one of the candidates is like, they won. They're the president-elect now. Just get over it. He's not even in office yet. Also, yeah. Carl's a fucking cunt who won't work on Fresh Tales.
How am I supposed to do it here?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm on my laptop, dude.
Look, Carl, all I can say is don't make me fucking roleplay my sorcerer at you and fucking, like, touch your squishy butthole.
Hey, maybe I want that.
Oh, God, not again.
Oh, God.
Anyway. I think we're done here.
I think the only thing that I'd say is that I've...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this this crazy episode. Yeah. That was fun.
That happened.
Remember, if you want to leave us any questions for the next episode, which will be on whose channel? Remlaze's channel. Yes. Please put question and then ask your question. Or no, I'm not going to say it. Anyway.
No.
This is a lot of fun. I want to thank our guests for showing up. And
like, comment, and subscribe on Karl's channel, karlthederanged.com, and go and like his videos, because he works hard on them, and he hates me, specifically, and wants me to die. But just do it anyway, because if you don't do it, I'ma slap you in the teeth.
Yeah, and, yeah. I'm sorry for being stupid.
Okay.
This is a lot less ruining the podcast than we thought it'd be, Karl.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, considering that the first thing Dr. White said, this has gone remarkably well.
Yeah, well, Dr. White's a fucking cunt.
Jesus. Okay.
Dr. White is a fucking faggot. He deserves
anyway,
to die.
Wrapping this up.
Remlaze, would you like to say goodbye? And Michael?
Yes, we'll see you all again next time.
Thank
you
very
for
much for
having
watching,
us
ladies
on
and
the
gentlemen.
podcast. It was nice to sit down and talk about stuff. Good luck with your future. I don't fucking watch these, honestly. I just was asked to
Damn.
come on, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah.
thanks.
All right. Bye, everybody.
I have too
Love
much
ya.
shit to watch.